So we are at Wallace Falls State Park today. I thought about doing a couple other different hikes, but, well, I noticed how high the rivers were and went, well, out of all the spectacular falls we've seen already this year, I bet Wallace Falls is putting on a show. So, lots of rain still, a very wet spring. So I bet Wallace is going to be quite spectacular. You don't get to see the falls in June quite like we're going to see today. So that'll be one of our scenic pleasures. From there we're going to go to Wallace Lake. Maybe see if we can get to Pebble Beach. I don't know. It may be underwater. We'll have to see what it's like when we get there. And if we have time, we're gonna go find another falls that's just technically outside the state park, but you can get there from here. And that would be Stickney Falls. So hopefully we'll get 2 scenic pleasures in today. Should be about, I don't know, we're probably gonna do about 12, maybe even 14 miles today. So should be a good hike. And once we get in here, I'm sure we'll get a little wet, but that's all right. Woo! Oh wow, some blowdown on the trail. You don't see that much out here at Wallace. This is always a very well maintained trail. So one thing on the trail to be wise of is those who are coming down yield to those who are coming up. Reason being, those who are coming up and have to stop lose their momentum. So the trails at Wallace Falls State Park are fantastic trails, and they're well maintained, well groomed, wide, as you can see. It does get very busy here, but they're really good for beginners and even those with experience, because it's a good system to hit year round because it's low elevation, right? So even when we do get some snow in the lowlands, you can come out here and get on your snowshoes without having to go all the way up the pass. But for year round, when you start getting that cabin fever come February, March, and you just want to get out and get on the trail, it's easy to do, 10, 12 miles out here and basically stay on just trail. From the falls though, you can continue up to the old road, and there's actually a bridge at the top that kind of overlooks the falls. I think they put that bridge in 2015. And from that point, you're kind of out of state park boundary and into more DNR land. And there's some Sky Vista trails you could get to from there. It'll take you over to May Creek. Now, there's some old mines. I've certainly found a few in there. But today we're gonna hit the falls. As we just saw the Wallace River here in the Northport. Man, it is flowing pretty good. Look at that. The sun's even trying to break out today. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, we'll go check out the bridge. Woo! Nelly. We are now leaving State Park's property. May not be surprised to see some wildlife on our trek here to the lake. I know it's gonna get pretty wet. I guarantee you some of this road's gonna be a bit underwater once we get closer to the lake. But speaking of wildlife, I figured I'd show you guys this clip. This was just the other day. Of course, it is spring, so the fawns are out. And Mom had twins this year, and they were frolicking around in the yard. And it was pretty cool. One came running right up to me. And it's coming down. Get to see a quick view of Stickney Falls and a little cranberry bog. In fact, there is the cranberry bog. If you guys want to take a quick look, this here's a little cranberry bog. These little cranberries. And it's partly underwater, as most things are right now. So I don't know about, we ain't getting much closer than that. It is a bog. You can kind of see the cliffs here. That's where Stickney Falls is, right up in there, what we just saw. And that's Stickney Ridge, which runs over to Mount Stickney. And here is where the road turns into the river. Little bridge over here. A little baby skunk cabbage. Good God. They're log hopping. These are slippery. Should be careful. Woo! And they move. Good God, man. Alright, we're just walking through it now. We're gonna do one of those. Good Lord. Alright, back in the state park. So the trail runs the western side of the lake, which is nice because you get to kind of keep your eye on the lake. See if you see anything hitting the surface, but it looks really still. Not a lot of activity thus far. So, just a little side trail. I'll get you down to the lake for a little view. So we'll check it out. And it's so boggy, you take each step and it shakes the trees just enough to get a little extra rain on. Hey, the sun's coming out down there. There's even blue sky over there. Son of a gun. That's a new sign up to J Lake. Pretty neat. I think that's a sign, right? We gotta make it to J today. What is that? The sun's coming out. Nothing like packing rain gear and sunglasses. That's what we hike with. Man. Oh, that was deep. To J Lake it is. That's a bit of a bummer. Never not been able to get to Pebble Beach. So we'll if we don't catch anything at J, we'll try a couple of those other little spots on the way back. But let's get to a spot where we can grab a seat and a bite to eat. I'm getting hungry. Let's not slip on this one. This is another spot you can camp at. It is permit only. Contact the ranger to get your permit if you would like to camp at J Lake. But here is a couple of the campsites. If you are looking to get out to J, very nice, very accommodating. We got a fire pit and a picnic table. So well, we made it back to Wallace Lake, so we found a good little picnic spot. The sun came out, got to dry off and warm up a little bit. We've seen a couple of trout hit the surface, but the lake's still really high, so it is kind of tricky to get a line out there. In fact, you can see that waterfall out there in the distance. That's pretty cool. But we got to go through Wallace Falls today. We got all the way to J Lake, and of course we got Wallace Lake. So if you are looking for some solitude, you can do that Greg Ball or the logging road from Wallace Falls over here to Wallace Lake or J Lake. Not too many people out here. I've only seen one or two once I've hit Wallace, and absolutely no one getting through J because the creek crossing's a little deep. It's a little tricky to get through. So other than that, thanks for joining. Appreciate you checking it out, and we'll do some more hikes in the next coming weeks. We'll try to get into a little bit more higher elevations, but it is going to be that late July before some of that snow allows us to get some of those really nice fun hikes where we get really gorgeous views. Again, thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.